guess what I just saw on the vending machine?
What?
Ants.
That's gross.
Yeah, and they cost $5.
Hello and welcome to International Taste Station. I'm Sir Molly Johnson.
And I'm Patrick O'Neill.
And this week we're
doing something I never thought I'd have to do.
I'm just thinking, wouldn't it be terrible if at the chocolate-covered ant factory, if some bugs accidentally got into the chocolate?
Oh, the chocolate feels weird.
The worst thing is that you can kind of see ants through the little peephole.
I'm more worried about the chocolate than the ants. This is so wrong.
This must be really weird for you. Okay, I think I just got chocolate.
I don't like
Oh
white
God, I
chocolate.
don't want to do this.
I don't like white chocolate. I don't want to eat ants.
Actually, the chocolate's not bad. Oh God.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Actually, you know what? It's not that different from raisin glacettes.
I had something crunchy. Okay, it's going. I think the worst part of it was the fact that you could see the ant sticking out of the chocolate. I think if it was like just chocolate, then you could pretend it was like Rice Krispies or something.
It's the thing, because the first bite I only got chocolate,
Yeah.
which actually kind of made it worse.
Yeah.
Because all the buildup that you have to put yourself through, you have to do it a second time, and that gets harder.
The worst part is having all that chocolate in my mouth and then all of a sudden crunching into something and knowing that it's an ant.
Well, I didn't find too bad once I actually got over the hump and did it. Because, you know, it could just be like a Rice Krispie, or sometimes when you get chocolate-covered raisins and there's that one tiny little
really
raisin that's
hard.
always dried up too
Yeah.
much. But now I wonder, maybe that was an ant all along.
Oh my God, you solved one of life's mysteries.
But the other thing was near the end, because I was chewing thoroughly, I realized the more I chewed, the more chocolate was melting, the more chocolate was separating from the ant, the more likely it was that I was now just freeing up ants, and I decided just to swallow the whole lump. And
That's
I have
correct.
something on my tongue and I'm worried it's an ant head.
I brought water.
It may have been an ant's eyelash.
I also don't like white chocolate.
Oh, because that was the worst of the problems, was it?
Yes. And it was really, really sweet, like almost too sweet. I think if it had been like
Baker's chocolate?
maybe something that was more bitter. Or even not a milk chocolate, but maybe just a dark chocolate.
Yeah. The actual... Well, you don't really taste the ant. You just
No.
feel and hear the ant, which is
Mm-hmm.
somehow worse. A history lesson. Chocolate has been around since the early 1500s.
Has it?
Yes. You know what else has been around since the early 1500s?
I don't know. What?
Gregorian chanting. The Middle Ages.
Yes, yes.
Gravel.
Really? Do you think? Because gravel's tiny stones.
Well, in Europe.
Ah, yeah.
Gravel came along a little later here in North America.
True.
Insects, oh, this is fascinating. Insects have crawled the earth and into mouths since the Stone Ages.
Because that makes me want to eat this even more.
Yabba dabba yay. It is said, that's a fun way to begin a sentence, quote, everything tastes better with chocolate. Is that true? What's the weirdest thing you've had with chocolate?
I don't know, that ant was kind of...
Yeah, fair point. That might have been a more interesting question 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
What's the second most interesting thing you've had covered in chocolate?
I don't know.
Was it a person?
No.
The sensory sensation of a flavorful insect covered with chocolate results in a mouth-watering experience you won't soon forget.
Oh, my mouth is watering, but it's not for that. It's because I'm going to throw up. Why?
Ingredients: crickets, insect larvae, sugar, you like sugar, flavoring, palm kernel and partially hydrogenated palm oils, coca, whey, non-fat milk, Sobatron well, people say never to eat something you can't pronounce.
Well, then we can't eat this, because I can't
And
pronounce that.
soy lichen euphemizers, pure vanilla and vanillin. Contains soy. Well, let's put me off there. Contains soy.
Yeah, let's not eat it. Just... I can't.
Larva first.
I can't do it.
I'll take the white one.
I can't. No. Fuck.
Ready?
Why? Hold on. I'm not religious, but I can't. Is it crunchy?
A little.
I can't do it.
Kind of just like Rice Krispie or popcorn.
Oh, it's crunchy.
It's like popcorn shells.
Like kernels?
Yeah, like the little bit of armor that sticks to it.
I feel like you're lying to me.
No. That's what it is.
I can't do it.
Do it. Because if you don't, you have to have all 3 crickets,
Fuck.
including the white chocolate cricket.
Fuck.
Do it in one go.
Wondering if it's Rice Krispies.
No. Ready?
I don't get paid enough for this. Who thought this was a good idea? Seriously. Oh, I got a piece of Larvae stuck in
Here goes.
it. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Oh! Oh, Parker.
Ah.
Actually, you know what? That kind of tastes
What?
like the larvae. Except for I'm pretty sure there's a wing stuck on my tongue right now.
All right.
I think I'm gonna need to get drunk now. Wash that horrible
Ugh.
memory from my brain.
So,
Oh, it's stuck in my teeth.
so you weren't looking forward to the larva. How would you rate that experience?
Okay, I will say that the cricket and the larvae, whatever, were better than the ants. My only thing is that now I have fucking cricket stuck in my fucking teeth and I don't want to pick it out with my tongue because it's fucking cricket.
The larva, out of the two, out of the larva and the cricket, I think I preferred because it was basically a hollow entity. Not entity. It was a hollow tube that had the basic premise of a big Rice Krispie or a popcorn kernel.
Never eating Rice Krispies again.
And then it sort of feels like you've got popcorn stuck in your teeth. I had the white chocolate, you had the chocolate. The white chocolate, I don't mind. I thought the chocolate itself was fine. But it just keeps falling apart, and you become more and more aware of what you're eating.
Chew it to get it over with, but the more you chew, the more it's less chocolate and more cricket.
I think I could do it easier just in one gulp. Like no acknowledgement. Like swallow it like a pill.
Yes. I think it would be okay if someone was like, hey, you want to try this piece of chocolate? It's crunchy. And then you're like, oh, this is okay. Tastes kind of like Rice Krispies. But the fact that you know it's a fucking bug and that pieces of its body are getting stuck in your teeth.
That was my feeling more with the cricket. The cricket was the one I really wasn't looking forward to.
And I mentioned it's still stuck in my teeth.
And I don't know if I just built it up into a terrible experience in my mind or if it really was a terrible experience. But I'm going to say it really was a terrible experience.
It was a terrible experience.
Because like the ants, that they were so encased in chocolate
Yeah, you just got
that you had to kind of hunt for
that
them.
one little crunchy
Yeah.
bit, and that was it.
And
It was over.
and the larva thing, there wasn't much to it. But the cricket, your teeth come through it, and then there's just somehow more and more cricket. And it's more body. And then you start thinking, was that the head? Were those the legs? Did it poop like before it died? You know, you go through a whole bunch of thoughts, and then you start thinking, this is all stuck in my teeth. You don't have a toothbrush up here?
No, it's in my cabinet.
Oh, wow. That makes sense. How
How did I know we were going to eat bugs? I didn't know.
It's on the schedule. So, some consumer advice. If you're curious about eating a chocolate-covered insect and you're wondering, should I have the ant? Should I have the larvae? Should I have the cricket? The answer is simple, don't.
It's a good thing they're going to fumigate this place next month.
Bye! You seem to have an apprehension about white chocolates. There's a white chocolate one left. Like, does that appetize you at all?
Do you want to die?
Someday.